Thank you for staying with us. Tope, you were
I was saying before Yakub's call came in that we don't want foreign help, even though we want foreign help. We want foreign collaboration as opposed to them putting foot on ground, which is invading us. And then I was going to move on to say that our security personnel actually can handle this situation if given everything it takes. If given everything it takes. If given that if you don't do this, this is what will happen to you. One of our callers mentioned lack of consequences. When kidnappings happen and nothing happens, we did not find them again, no, nobody got fired, there was no consequence, then people will just feel like, when we apologize, they shall know that it passed us. It passed us now. But when we have consequences and there is like all the resources that they need, I do not believe that our military does not have capacity to flush out these people.
They do.
I believe that they do. Okay. Nima and I mentioned something during the break that we haven't brought up, which is that what we are doing, and many people have mentioned it online, that the fact that we keep forgiving when people come out and say we have dropped arms, it doesn't help us in fighting insecurity. Somebody comes out and says, I'm no longer kidnapping, I did not know. Rehabilitation is not what we need right now because we have a major problem. I feel that there must be firm consequences like the one they used to do when they will hang them or do firing squad. That public execution would send a message. Consequences to the kidnappers, consequences to the security, our politicians that seem not to understand what they are meant to do, local government chairmen, DPOs, the entire security apparatus that is failing us, because they are actually failing us. If you are failing us and you cannot do it, either you resign or face the consequences of failing us, then we will have a more holistic solution. But until we are doing that, I still feel like we're just playing lip service to the idea that we want to secure lives and property. With this system, we are not really going to end up doing a proper thing.
So I personally think that the government needs to take this serious. And this is not just the federal government. Because anytime we mention government, everybody looks to the federal.
I think local government too.
The state governments need to ask themselves, how am I protecting the lives and properties of the people in my care as the governor of the state? Now, taking it back to what Nima had mentioned earlier, the Safe Schools Initiative, that initiative was formed by the Global Business Coalition for Education and the UN Special Envoy for Global Education, Gordon Brown, in collaboration. It's supposed to be in collaboration with governments so that they can, do the partnerships together, relocate the children to, safer environments, create safer security for the students and for the schools, train the security officials, liaise with the police. There were a lot, and they had gathered money to do this. Now, it's not for them who do not have the problem to push to do this. That's why I expected the governors of each state to identify, okay, what are we lacking? Where is the lacuna in our state? And insist, follows through with the schools initiative, because they provided the funds already. They are not the ones from the places where they are running their businesses that will come and be calling the Kebbi governor or the Katsina governor or the Sokoto governor to say, come, we're ready. You would be the one saying, okay, these are the issues we have. These are the number of schools that are in my place. These are some of the security we want. We have spoken to the police. We need funding for this and all. We need to see more serious-minded governors in dealing with these insecurity issues. And I always say, if their children were in these schools, this is not the kind of sit back we're going to be seeing. They will move. If I have a child in a particular school and I know that that area is dangerous, we will gather ourselves as parents and we say, what are we going to do to protect? That is what we expect the governors to do. We cannot leave all the work for the federal government. The federal government has, the supervision.
There's local government autonomy now.
Yes, there's local government as well. Your local government chairman should be asking, where are the schools? Which securities are in the schools? How do we have a rapid response team that are located, situated in this area so that if anything is happening, they are making calls. We need more serious-minded leaders. We have paid lip service to this issue for a very long time. It's not about going to visit the bereaved parents and the people that they've lost their children to say, we commiserate with you. Because we don't want to commiserate with anybody right now. We need the job to be done. What are the governments doing? Governors doing when they gather for those their meetings that they do regularly? What sort of discussions are they having in terms of their state? You cannot be a governor in your state and you are slacking.
Yeah.
As the chief executive security officer of your state, and you are slacking. You are waiting for President President Tinubu to come and be calling security chiefs all the time. What have you done as a governor to say, this and this is what I have done, this is where I need your help, please help me, and shout it so that we will know that you are doing something.
So as much as I understand that, you know, this defense of this country or any parameter of the country is not exactly within the office of any governor.
Yes.
I know that gathering intelligence is within their office, and that there's a security vote for that. It's not for you to carry your state police to the secretariat of your party. That security vote is not for you to go and do arm wrestling at the secretariat of your party. The security vote is for you to gather enough intelligence to help the military when they do come in. And not when there's a military offensive, you are negotiating with your security vote with bandits to settle them. So I was saying to talk about that if we had public execution of bandits as opposed to forgiving and granting any bandits amnesty, we would have won this war a long time ago. Because whether the bandits had their foreign actors sponsoring any form of banditry here, we had a nation to protect, and we would have been sincere with that deal, as opposed to playing politics, which we see politicians play while in office. Use your security votes, gather enough intelligence, start a security fund to harm the legitimate security body within your country, as opposed to using them to harm boys during elections.
Yes.
So that we do not have elections passed and we have different groups threatening the peace and sane mind of people within your state. It's happening too many times up north, and we know it stems from a lot of things. Yes, we do agree, and I will never support America to invade this country. I do not believe they have the sincerity to help us. It will not be me that will say it.
They don't actually.
Right now, the UAE is supposed to be helping some people in Sudan while they are capturing gold without having a gold mine in the UAE. Nigeria is a blessed nation with resources. We will first of all start from what God give us to help ourselves. If we were truly sovereign, what we have will help us. So I will not even join that. But I will blame governors who cannot give the right intelligence to the military. I will also blame those who will criticize every military offensive against any group in any place. If the military has intelligence, we will distract them by having a conversation for days, as opposed to how many civilians were inside the group that they invaded. How about civilians in communities who are protective of bandits? In certain communities, did you not have a popular kidnap kingpin celebrated in a particular community? There was no line drawn. Chiefs and titled men in that. We can't keep confusing this. We need to have a nation. And it should be very important to any of us, because you see this colo mentality, as Fela called it, that we have, that we think that one place is coming to help us. God help us. We need to understand what was the outcome for our past leaders, for our people in the past about this kind of collaboration. Did we really win with this? Did every other African country really win with this? Is there no call for genocide in other places in Africa today? There's white genocide in South Africa. There's a reason that Trump is calling for that. He wasn't fighting for South Africans when he called for that. So when we start this narrative, yes, there's insecurity here, and we must face it. Everybody must be accountable for it. But we cannot allow somebody give us the narrative of the kind of insecurity that we have here. We must face it here and sincerely face it. Use our resources. We do not lack the military might. If it is not the same Nigerian military that intervene in other countries sincerely and we settle those countries, we did not go there and take over their countries.
Could we just be talking about past glory?
I think there's angle of past glory, and then there are allegations of compromise within the military. That there are compromise within the military. Those allegations of compromise and complicity needs to be addressed, because if it isn't addressed, what will happen is internal. Because military is not something we put our mouth into. Even the democratically elected administration cannot put their mouth into what is happening in the military per se. They have their internal checks. So we know that there was a recent shake-up within the military, very, very recent, and there were allegations of why that shake-up took place and denial of why that shake-up took place. But the insecurity challenges that Nigerians are facing is still ongoing. So whether you agree, deny, or do whatever it is, point is, from where we are, the average Nigerian feels like they are not safe in their country and is worse still in the northern part of Nigeria.
Yeah.
So if that is being said and there's no controversy regarding it, it means that a lot of our security apparatus have failed in protecting people and giving a sense of protection to them. Even those that feel like there's a bit of safety is because they have created their own vigilante kind of setting where they have like a joint force.
This community also had vigilante.
Where they are supporting one another. So I feel that at the end of the day, is the security apparatus we have working for us? No, because we still have too many people suffering, kidnapped, and children being kidnapped. How can we solve it? We are doing what we can do here, but the governors will do their own. The local government chairman should do their own. Everybody must get. Everybody's hands must get together.
Yes. So we have to go because of time, but you know, before we leave, let's just hear like last words. And BC, what would you like?
So I think they are failing because they are not telling us the truth of what is really going on. You know, when it comes to government and politics, it's not everything that meets the eye. It's not everything you see. It's not everything they can explain. I just feel that there are particular people who are behind many of these things that are happening that have tied the hands of our government officials. And they are trying to tread carefully in dealing with the bandits. Till they are able to expose those people, that's the only way they can break off the shackles and do what is needed. I believe strongly that our military has the capacity and capability to do it if they get the go from the political will of the leaders. So the leaders need to come out. How will it benefit
if we continue to have this sort of, how would it benefit a political party, administration in power? Who does it really benefit?
Is everything you can see on live television?
But so I know some people question out there, who does this benefit? Does it benefit the present administration? The present administration want to see this sort of thing happen during its administration. Does it benefit the people of Nigeria? Does it benefit Kebbi State? Who does this benefit? Well, we start to look at that. Then maybe we'll get to the end of this, but we'll keep following this story. I hate to even call it just a story, because these are yet again our daughters, just out there. We don't know, what's happening with them, but we'll keep following the story and we'll give you updates as we hear them. And right now we'll go on a short break. When we'll come back, we'll look at our women we love for today.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back.